name's SkullBoy. The show itself of a graphic designer named Louis. Like I said, I'm a graphic designer by trade, but I've been creating artwork at night and in my spare time for the past few years now, since about 2007, 2008. SkullBoy came about, I guess, it was just like a development from growing up in graffiti and everyone getting an alias, and so it went from one alias to the next to the next, and then I got stuck with SkullBoy and I kind of just kept working with it. I think my background, there's pros and cons to it. In terms of some of the cons, I think the way I approach my artwork is from a graphic design background, in terms of that I don't feel like I can do the same thing twice, you know what I mean? Like, you can't, in graphic design, you constantly forced to move from one concept to the next, to the next, to the next, from one style to the next, to the next, to the next. And so I think that in a way it's caused my practice to actually, I'll roll through several styles or a lot of different mediums or different thoughts in a relatively short period of time. But on the other hand, it definitely has shown me how to be a bit more strategic, is maybe the wrong word, too much of a graphic design word, but it just has taught me how to have a bit more thought in terms of my work, and especially in terms of concept. Working Class Collective was formed by myself, Tyron Bradley, who's a photographer, and Christian Budnar, who's also a photographer. We were based in Durban, and we had a small gallery space that was kind of in a section of a bar, and that was, it's now defunct, but it was over a period of about 2011 to about 2013. We created Working Class because we wanted to see artwork, and we wanted to create exhibitions and also showcase local talent, and also, more importantly, just get people to create. So the collective, we had an exhibition every month, which encouraged people to look forward to opening. So the last Thursday of every month, we'd have an opening, which means that people could come out, socialize, see some art, and also get into the habit of buying art and engaging with art. The experience of working on the show here has been interesting and challenging also at the same time, because it's the first time I've actually been able to engage with my work without any distractions of the 9 to 5 or general surviving. So it's actually been really cool to be in a space, be in a headspace where I'm actually immersed in work and just creating for most, if not all of the day. Obviously, I'm not working in my usual environment, so I think that's affecting the work in some way. The opening on the 28th of May at Space Between Gallery in Woodstock is the one to look out for. Other than that, I'm busy wrapping up artist range with Verb skateboards, which is going to be it's going to be really, really rad. Like, such good dudes there. Also, hopefully when I get back to Durban, I did the album artwork for a local band called Hours, and we'll be working on album artwork for the upcoming album. So, and yeah, just a couple of mural projects around Durban. So it's, yeah, keeping busy and keeping busy with good stuff. I think it's not necessarily something that we can do to make the outside world more aware of our work. I think it's something that we need to do to actually get our work across there. I think in South Africa we do have a big series of grants where there actually is money set aside by government. We pay taxes. So I think once we develop a culture of actually being aware of grants and then investigating and actually using those grants and the money that is available, that has been provided by the government, whether we like them or not, I think that money is there for us to get overseas, and that money is there for us to work on bigger and better projects. It's on the artists, I think. It's maybe on us to probably become a bit more educated on what the options are out there for us to get our work out to a global audience.